Hello, everyone. I am MGG with my wonderful, wonderful friend who I've never met in person.
Doodles, or just call me Doodles. It's the easiest way to. That's the moniker I go by.
And anyway, today we're doing something a little casual. We're just going to go ahead and watch all of the Irma shorts that have currently been released. Let's get started.
I really do think this little intro they made is really very simple, very straightforward, but very cute, but cute, simple, and it sums up the you know kind of it's fitting. Is where I was going with that.
Yeah. How do you think it feels like when she comes out of like the TV, like partially within the TV, partially out? Does it feel like when your legs fall asleep and they get all tingly? I always imagine that's how it felt.
That's a good question. I don't think I don't think it probably feels like anything, and it's nice you get to see a couple book covers of Sam's. You could argue that's a bit egotistical to have framed pictures of your of your books on on your wall, but you know what? Whatever.
I mean, hey, it's live your life. If you have like a little bit of it, I guess it's not that bad. But oh well. If it's everywhere, it's like okay, chill out. What, 6 minutes passed already? You know, I'm getting mixed receptions from this because the freaking Japan saga though took multiple years, and that was only a week. What is with the time flow in this universe?
Last thing you see before you die. I wonder how bad Sam's eyesight is without his glasses.
I'm guessing he's farsighted. I don't know.
Yeah, and honestly, I always get mixed up what farsighted versus nearsighted means because farsighted means you can or you can't see far away.
I believe farsighted is you can see far away but not up close.
Our daughter's awake.
Oh no. Did you get the
You
same
know-
guy from the last one? Okay, no.
No, interestingly, looking at the original comic, it's just like Irma standing next to the bed. Sam wakes up, looks around, it's like Irma's awake, and Irma's not even in the room. She's left in the brief interlude.
Yeah. You also gotta like give credit to Erma though. She made sure they didn't fall out of the bed when she get to them above.
Okay, this is such a stupid nitpick, but there's one part of the credits animation that bothers me every time because it doesn't look right to me. It's this part right here. Like Irma stops and waves, and like now her neck is in a shadow and it was in shadow before, and it just does not look right to me. I can't and it's like you can kind of see like they didn't quite get the line of her, I guess her chin straight. And it just drives me crazy every time.
Yeah, and she kind of like snaps in position like they got like the alignment
Yeah,
off.
like now her hair is like shadowing her neck partially, but it feels like it shouldn't. It just looks weird to me every time.
Yeah.
It's such a minor complaint. Special thanks to us. Let's give ourselves a nice pat on the back, shall we?
I first read that as like the United States. It's like, wait, what? You're thanking the
Special
whole
thanks
country.
to the U.S. and God bless our troops.
Oh, here's the original. But anyway, yeah, I don't know. Like we're massive nitpicking. This is not meant to be, you know. Oh, hey, us bank.
Wow. Oh God, it hurt us.
That is scary. God, the series truly is haunted. Oh my god. All right, episode 2, the first kiss. Hi there.
I'm in your walls.
Have we seen like Donovan Tracy much? I know we've seen Gator a while though, but I don't know if he's like popped up on like the streams or whatnot.
They're the same person.
What, same person?
Gator, yeah, Gator is a nickname. Donovan Tracy is his actual name.
I did not know that. Huh.
I met Gator at Wizard World 2019. I'm pretty sure it was him. Anyway, he was wearing an Erma shirt, and he was like, "Oh, you know the Erma guy's here," and I'm like, "Yes, I know. That's why I am here."
Run, Twitchy.
He didn't have a beard yet. He's gotten a lot grayer since then.
Dang it, time is too freaking impactful. Needs to slow down.
Mm-hmm. And this is just a nice, cute little short. This is technically based off a strip, but it was just like I think it was like a really early one where Connor just gives Erma a flower on the playground and it wilts immediately.
Yeah, one of the very first ones. Like
it was a very early one. It may have actually been in the original 8. Let me do a quick check.
Oh no, she killed me! No! You can't do that! Okay, no.
Actually, it was one of the original 8 strips that Brandon did in 2013. That's a nice touch. Yeah, really cute.
Oh no, she killed him too! Okay, no. No, that was dumb.
Oh no, he's dead.
By the way, yeah, that's adorable. But yeah, I agree with you though. Like this little shot though, where she slowly gets more and more finished.
Yeah, more finished as she approaches, and more characters show up progressively. Like now, Connor's in the credits because he's been introduced via the shorts.
Ooh, I did not notice that actually.
Yeah, they explained that on one of the live streams. I think when they were first showing these off. Special thanks to the pizza guy, without whom we would not have survived long enough to make this short. Best joke I can come up with for that.
I was gonna just put Macaulay Culkin, but that works too.
Ah, yes, the good son.
You don't have to choose between a great
Stop
phone
giving.
and the
Okay,
right phone
I was
for
glad
you.
we
You can
did
give
not
your
get
free
a
phones of your
freaking
choice.
pizza ad, but yes, the good son himself. What a weird as hell movie that was.
Yep, more or less derailed his entire career. The God.
You think this
the
is
God. You remember, kids, dog spelled backwards is God.
the God dog?
You will be quizzed on this.
You think this is gonna summon your dogs?
No, I don't know where they've gone now. They're probably back to laying down somewhere.
Yeah. So right now we still be getting like, fairly like, I think it was the later ones that definitely did the more paneling animation that I was talking earlier. That we were talking earlier.
Hey, if you could use telekinesis frisbee, telekinesis frisbee. Oh, the little I forgot how cute Cyrus's little walk animation is.
Yeah.
I guess it's Cyrus. No, it's Cyrus. Sorry.
Cyramis.
Well, technically, if he's supposed to be named after Osiris, then it would be Cyrus, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Although I think it's been pronounced Cirrus, so could be either, really. I feel like it was pronounced Cirrus in something, but I don't remember what.
Also, I caught that cartoon chomp sound effect.
This is, again, based on a comic from issue 2, although expanded, obviously.
Yeah. Also, I just realized, doesn't the top floor like have multiple rooms? Like, like it's much more of an expanded second level. But here, it's like doesn't seem like there's only like 2 rooms up there.
It's possible it goes back.
Okay.
Like, yeah, I'll explain it later. Just imagine you're just walking around. There's a dog on the sidewalk, just sitting there. He doesn't move.
I mean, I don't see any flies. Get him!
Remember the time Cirrus killed the dog catcher? Wasn't that funny?
Oh my god.
Well, it's heavily implied to. Oh, that's great. Mystical portal just opens up out of nowhere and swallows up a cat. Yep, it's too late. The cat has passed the event horizon.
Wait, was that a Mario jump?
Yep. Burglar attempts to break in. Gator from a gator from the science guy next door. He chases him off.
Yep.
There's this kid. Who is he? We don't know. There goes evil clown. Gets killed by aliens who abduct people. Normal day in Blairwood.
No! Get rid of you. Get rid of you.
Wallace has come back from hell. Cat is now giant mutated thing. And destroys the aliens with one mighty beam blow. Yeah. There's a There's a large duck with some ducklings. And
duck.
that's a Cubone. That's a Cubone. Ah, and the bus is back.
You know, when you really think about it, like, Erma really is not that unusual.
Yeah. And it's funny in what point in Spirits Bloom, Sam tells Emiko, nothing really happens around here. It's a very boring town. And I'm like, okay, so did he not know what kind of stuff was going on? Or has stuff just sort of been attracted to Blairwood like a magnet?
It could be that. I also like to imagine that, like, he's, like, so used to it, it doesn't really surprise him. Also, I love the little X here, so you can indicate, like, this is where they colored in. Remember when he was showing, like, the sketches?
Yep, it's essentially a reminder to ink here.
Yeah.
Cirrus is now in the credits, following Erma. Very cute.
Yeah. Also,
Remember neck snap?
the neck snap, and I just noticed that, Emiko and Sam, though, animate at that last bit. By the way, thank you, mailman.
Thank you to the mailman, without whom our comics could never be delivered.
Yeah.
Sorry for interrupting. Don't you hate?
No, you're not.
You are not
Here's
sorry.
how to get rid of them. It's called.
Here's how to get rid of them. Use an ad blocker.
Yeah. I remember I had a saga where I wasn't getting my comics for a while, though, so I was, like, hounded them to, like, hey, where's my stuff? And eventually they sent it, so it's like, hey, that's good.
Yeah, those were, like, the second Tales of Outcast 10 through, it was 10 through 19, and they took, like, a few extra years to come out, so they just took forever.
Yeah.
So long that a couple concepts got abandoned entirely in the process.
I think they had to, like, the Wallace one, and I forgot what the other one was. Both of them had to be condensed into, like, one story.
Yeah, Wallace just ended up being short. Okay, there's a lot to cover here. That's Kirsten right there next to the fam. Let's see what else you can see from here. No one else is really sticking out, but those are Miko's parents down farthest table on the left. And I don't really see anyone else, but it's interesting.
Just $1. You gotta love, like, these fake names they come up with, though, so they don't...
Odds, Trims, Spa Shrine.
And what was the other one?
Oh, wait, that center kid is Asa of Asa's Dad, which was a comic Brandon illustrated for a couple in the mid-2010s.
Was that, like, I forgot what the company was called, something Apple Productions?
Yeah, when he was still working for Rotten Apple Studios. Although that was also, I believe, just kind of the precursor to Outcast comics in general. I'm not, because that was where he self-published his My Life comic. So I'm not sure if Rotten Apple became Outcast or if he split off. I think they split off from Rotten Apple because I think Gator also worked at Rotten Apple.
Yeah, I forgot. Didn't Gator, like, owned Rotten Apple, or he was one of, like, the big guys there?
He was one of the big guys, yeah, and he, like, met Brandon, like, probably like 15 years ago now, and thought he had potential, and eventually he joined the team, I guess.
Yeah,
a little fuzzy on some of those details, but
he judged well. He made a good he made a good estimation.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I would like to make this. All right, hold on. We gotta see this first, and then I'll make the comment.
A little Barry and Chloe plushes. That's cute.
Ooh.
Didn't we? We made that an emote, didn't we?
Yes.
We wanted to.
I think we considered it. I think we made one that will look similar to it.
Family jewels.
Oh Lord. Anyway.
Lovely.
Oh God.
Goop. The Goop. Nothing but books.
So I have to make this comment. One of the suggestions I've always wanted to see them do for Irma Wade was Irma X The Mist. You've seen that movie, right?
I haven't, but I know what happens.
I can just imagine, like, them just coming out of the store, getting a nice sack of groceries, coming out, barely not getting ripped out by the Eldritch, like, H.P. Lovecraft creatures, and everyone's like, wait, that's it? You could just go out?
Yeah. Oh, wow. Okay, so many things to look at.
Also, yes,
Okay.
Chloe and Barry were back there. We saw it.
Yep. They were also, they had plushes, and then they were advertised at the Game Cave, which makes sense because Chloe is apparently, among other things, a video game.
Yep.
Off to the very far right, about to come into panel, is a friend of Felicia's that Brandon has recently decided to reuse. I believe they're trans.
Which character?
I think.
Hold on.
In the like the one that has like the black and white hair in the center.
Oh, this character, I see them.
Yeah, he dug out the design last year and was like, I should do something with this.
It's not the Tracy design, which I think this was before that whole peach thing. What was it actually?
Yeah, I decided I'm gonna make them a character. Although, yeah, I'm not sure. You know, it's hard to be sure sometimes.
I see a bunch of jerseys, 41, 00, 54, 33. Okay, these have to have references. This has to be Kong. This has to be Godzilla. I have no clue what 00 or 41 means, but these have to be references. Way past cool.
And there's a Sonic plush sticking out. There's Brandon. Oh, and look, it's Whispers. He's reading a book called Shush.
Oh, my lord.
Which is exactly what he tells people before he kills them.
Also, look how like narrow his hat is.
Yeah, it might just be the angle that it's like since his head is presumably tilted forward to read the book, the hat's like tilted so it's at an angle, but it could also just be, you know, it's a stovepipe hat. It's gonna be short anyway. It's gonna be thin.
It's like that aesthetic where a character's wearing glasses, but then their glasses also expand or shrink just to like match like eye emotes.
Mm-hmm.
You think this has actually happened? Brandon just went to the mall and got all these ideas.
Probably. I mean, I know he's drawn Emiko in that exact outfit, which was this is probably just an excuse to do that again. And if you look right there, you can see like a little rabbit-looking guy who's like pointing at the viewer essentially, and he's real. We've seen him in the yokai village. And like Erma's sort of like bemused again. Like this is apparently a reoccurring thing.
Come on.
I think it's nice that they each sort of get like a little function here.
Yeah.
Like they each get a little scene. Okay, let's see if there's anything that sticks out. I mean, there's some cute plushes. I feel like that the T-Rex there on the right is supposed to be reference to something, but I don't know what. I'm pretty sure that the person next to the tree is someone we're going to be meeting in the new arc when it starts. I know who they are, but I'm not gonna spoil anything.
Oh, I see you, you little bugger.
Oh, and there he is. There's the little pointy guy again. So he's clearly a real. I don't know. I imagine he's either must be based on something, or he's just something Brandon made up for funsies. But it's interesting that he's. Oh, you know what? He probably wasn't on a sign in the previous scene. That's probably just him.
Oh my god.
He blends in. He's stalking them.
It's a good sign.
Yeah.
Picture perfect.
Oh, and there goes Tracy.
Wait, where? Oh yeah, there's okay. Never mind.
And I think that's her wife, but I'm not sure. I think Brandon said that, but I could be mistaken.
An extra life, an extra wife. My favorite fake answer for Banjo-Kazooie.
Hey guys.
Oh my god, color!
Ah, it burns us.
Color! Ah!
Color?
And why is it always red? This is not Mad World.
Because red is the thematic color of Erma. Well, it's one of the 3 thematic colors.
Yes, you could say they're ready. That was a horrible pun.
And the cameraman is voiced by Gator.
If I can get you to move over to the left.
And it's kind of funny that you can tell because he sounds exactly the way he does on a stream. Muffled. He always sounds a little bit muffled. And he sounds that way in the short too.
Smile.
Smile!
You know, it's like, does that just happen naturally or is that something they do on purpose?
Maybe it's a mixture of both. Kind of like in My Name is Earl, they never get a picture of him with his eyes open.
Maybe.
Anyway, wait. For a second I thought this was text in the background, now it's just bushes.
Text bushes.
Books text.
Gotta admit that one on the bottom right is pretty creepy.
It is. Yeah.
Like that is definitely sleep paralysis demon Erma. And it's nice that like you're thinking to yourself, huh, well this short didn't introduce anyone. Oh, nope, never mind, there's whispers.
Mm-hmm. Oh my lord.
Goes right over your head.
I still remember when Gator accidentally leaked his name on the Patreon only live stream, but I don't think anybody leaked it. Wait.
As far as I know it.
Wait, was he in the background?
No, he's well, he must have been in the mall somewhere if he's been added.
I mean, I guess so. Either that, I guess he and Whispers are just two sides of the same coin.
I believe that is in. Well, maybe not. Yeah, actually, that is sort of implied because there was in the 2017 poster magazine, there's a poster of Whispers, and he has a framed picture of the night detective for some reason. Make of that what you will.
Keep your friends close and your enemies closer.
Yep.
Hey, that is if they are enemies. We don't know for sure.
Yeah, we know very little about. We're still waiting on the harvest. I think the harvest is going to answer a lot of questions about Whispers, and then there will be the third book, which has an unknown theme color. I'm thinking it's going to be yellow, but I don't know for sure.
You think they're still going to release it in October 13th? I mean, they were going to do it that one year, and then they missed next year.
At this point, it would be October 13th, 2 years after the intended release.
Hey, fingers crossed. I'm fine with whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind waiting. Yeah.
And yes, I will talk about it because I'm trying to take YouTube seriously again.
Oof. We think we've seen the back of the house via the game intro.
Mm-hmm. That was
because it's like a shed out back is where Erma's doing the science project.
That was the first one, yeah. Also, thank you very much, Mel Brooks. Is he still alive?
Yeah, he's still alive. He's coming in up on 100, I think.
Damn.
With Asana, AI
is he's in his 90s. I know that.
I'm sad we did not get an ad for like Spaceballs or anything like that.
Yeah. Spaceballs 2 is supposed to be coming.
If they do not call that movie Spaceballs 2: The Quest for More Money, I will be very disappointed.
More money, it's just it can't, you can't have it if it's not Spaceballs 2: The Search for More Money. You can't.
Come on, please.
Anyway,
at least reference it in the movie at some point. Say like, fine, we could do the title or whatever.
We were gonna call it Spaceballs 2: The Search for More Money, but the studio said no.
Anyway, okay, so we're getting close though.
Only 2 more to go. This is the Halloween one, which no, it was the Christmas one they moved up.
Yeah.
Trick or Treat.
Still need to see that movie.
Why does Donovan get top billing?
I don't know.
And if this is actually kind of funny, the farthest right one on the costume one was Pomni. I'm pretty sure this was a takeoff of like
Amazing Digital Circus.
Like the outside of a Spirit Halloween that had like the most disparate character things. Like you got the Frankenstein's monster, you got Pomni, you got, I guess, Jason Voorhees, and I'm not sure who the woman is. Probably like, let's just go with Sexy Witch. And it's like the disparate world of Halloween costume.
I was going to say, is this her name? I was going to say Elvira, the TV host. I forget.
Yeah, it could be Elvira. I mean, I think Elvira's hair is bigger than that.
Yeah. PG
but anyway,
Elvira.
Why did I do that?
But anyway, here we are on to Boo Halloween Store. I personally preferred Boo Haunted House. Oh, there he is!
There he is again!
Yeah, there he is. She, whatever.
They.
Person. Alright, what other references do we got in here? Here we have Vamp. Just Vamp.
Oh, that's kind of cool because that thing next to the building section is like Tim Burton. So I'm not sure if it's Nightmare Before Christmas or Beetlejuice. Yeah. But it's definitely something from either one of those two.
Yeah, we have a little kid frightened by it though. That was totally not me when I was young, I swear.
Nothing's really sticking out. Although, is there a person in the back whose face is just black? Or is that a
Yes.
costume? Because that looks really weird. It's not just me, right?
That looks like, like in those horror games, they would always have photos of people, but then their faces would always be scribbled out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's right. That probably doesn't mean anything, but boy, that's creepy. And I feel like the person going into the little haunted house area, boyfriend, I guess, I feel like she's supposed to be a reference to something, but I couldn't tell you what.
The Cat in the Hat.
Yeah, sure, let's go with that.
Oh my god, that freaking movie.
Cat in the Hat, let's go with that.
Hey, you did it! You did the thing!
Oh, there's Terry's parents.
Terry, where?
His parents are right there in the center, right below the decor.
Ah,
Well, that's his father and his stepmother, but same thing.
gotcha.
Okay, let's pause. See if we can pick up anything here. Okay, let's see. They're all kind of generic. We got wizard, pumpkinhead, witch, ghost. Not sure what that one is. Skeleton, reaper, mummy, devil, businessman. Something with a crown, maybe. Bride of Frankenstein, ghost, and in the back, what looks suspiciously like a pair of French fries.
Or cigarettes,
Which-
the scariest thing you can give to a kid.
I actually did once see a child's Halloween costume that was literally a McDonald's French fry pack.
That is hilarious.
So it is entirely possible that it is in fact a pack of French fries.
Here we
Anyway.
have Ghostface, who would totally lose in a death battle against Kevin McAllister. I stand by that.
Yep. The sack. Oh, is the sack head? Is that supposed to be Leatherface?
Oh, I think that's Jason from the second Friday the 13th.
Okay. Devil isn't really sticking out to me. The skull and pumpkin are pretty generic. I feel like that the one between the two might be the crypt keeper, or like something similar.
I think this is a Silver Shamrock reference from Halloween 3.
Oh, you know what? You're right. It is. It is the Silver Shamrock. I would not. That's what it was. It was niggling in the back of my brain.
That is like I'm kind of glad people are coming around to that movie, because that movie was like, pushed aside because it didn't have Michael Myers in it, though. But when you really think about it, that movie kind of embodies Halloween better than the other ones did.
Yeah, because Halloween was supposed to be an anthology series about like different horror experiences. The only thing connecting them is that they're happening around Halloween.
Yeah.
But Michael Myers proved to be such a popular character that they insisted on making Halloween 2 about Michael again. And then when they did Halloween 3, which I suppose supposed to be Halloween 2 originally, people didn't want to see it because it didn't have Michael Myers in it. And so they just made every other movie with Michael Myers from then on.
Yeah, and most people kind of agree they've exhausted Myers by that point. It doesn't help they kind of wasted the opportunity with Halloween Ends, which was a cool idea. Another person essentially becomes another shape or another Myers, but that movie was bad.
Yep, there's three different Halloween timelines.
Oh my god, it's just. Oh god.
I think it's implied at one point that Halloween 3 does take place in the same universe, but it's like a passing mention.
Maybe, I don't know. Halloween 3
No,
because
actually what it is I think there's an ad. I think in Halloween 3 there's an ad for Halloween playing on TV.
Yeah.
So the Michael Myers Halloween is a movie in the universe of Halloween.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. Maybe in some of the other weird timelines, like the HTO one, where Busta Rhymes is yelling at Michael Myers while in a Michael Myers mask. Oh.
Yeah, that's. Ooh, boy. Anyway.
Yeah, so Halloween, just retire Myers. You've had your fun with him. Move on to stuff like 3.
Yeah. You start making unique stuff,
Yeah. Anyway, let's
Anyway.
Halloween rant aside.
we kind of got off topic there. Yeah, sort of. Oh, there's a pirate.
Hi, Amy.
Yeah, a pirate and I think a ninja. And there's her parents and her baby brother, all of whose names I forget.
Sorry. I can't think of them off the top of my head.
I'll be a vampire and you'll be this thing.
Oh no, I'm thinking, I just had a... I was watching a... Do you know who...
He's got a Castlevania costume.
Do you know who Magic Mush is?
Oh boy, this is going by fast.
Oh, I remember. I definitely remember some of these.
Yeah, some of these are reused from Erma Ween, but a couple of those, like Amy was dressed as Simon Belmont. They went by pretty fast, and then Princess Peach, and then, I mean, of course, you have the quintessential Charlie Brown. I got a rock, and next to him, or whoever's Charlie Brown in this context, is someone wearing a witch hat and mask like Lucy did in Great Pumpkin. So, just, you know, a lot of references in the span of like 10 seconds.
Yeah, when I saw the changing rooms, I immediately remember that Magic Mush convention video.
There wasn't even a place for cosplayers to change costumes, so they just started changing in the rest area in broad public.
What?
Ooh,
What? No.
that's pretty bad.
No. Bad. Get away. No. Awful. Okay. I gotta stop watching Magic Mush videos. His videos are very interesting, but it also kind of shows the dysfunctional part of internet culture.
Oh yeah, definitely. I see it every day.
That type of stuff. Plus, he's, like many people, is how people found out about Andrew Dobson, a.k.a. the bad Brandon Santiago.
And of course, and this is a nice Halloween-themed credits.
Yeah.
Whispers is gone, I notice.
Yeah. The bad, or I guess failed Brandon Santiago is a lot more accurate.
Dark Side. Amy is now in the credits.
This is cute. This is cute. I like this. Hey, it's the umbrella!
You
It's
got
the
it.
umbrella!
And you know, the really funny idea is the idea that that's not even a decoration. That's just that he's just there.
Just stand there perfectly still for long periods of time.
I like that they made a special credits just for this.
Yeah, and they still got the neck thing wrong. Look.
It's in every episode. And it, oh my god, I actually saw it clip that time.
Wait, it clipped?
If you, yeah, maybe it's my imagination. One more time.
Hold on a sec.
Oh, look, you can see it like move from frame to frame.
Fix your cartoon! Take it down! Reanimate the whole thing just to fix this one thing! Okay, no.
Okay.
Special thanks to Happy Halloween!
Well, special thanks to nobody. Yeah. Commissions.
Trust me, I got my backlog full.
This is just like a nice festive. Is that the same population number as when they got back from Japan?
Off we go!
I think way too hard about these things.
No, it's fine. It's very detailed oriented itself. I'm trying to get into stuff. You gotta be detailed oriented.
See anyone of note here? Oh, there's you know what? There's
Oh, I see her.
well, I see Kirsten, and Felicia and her friend whose name continues to escape me.
Yeah, I like to imagine Terry is using that shine like stuff that was used in National
Christmas
Lampoon's-
Vacation.
Yeah, and he's gonna go
And
flying.
actually, it does kind of look like it's really shiny, so that might have been the intention.
Yeah, like he just rides down it though when he's like half across town. Like once he finally slows down, it's like, oh my lord.
There's Miko.
Color!
There's, yeah, kind of stands out. Oh, there's that's Brandon there at the top of the hill.
Brandon just secretly lives here.
Yeah, I mean, I actually think canonically, the Brandon and Gator characters live in or around Blairwood. So there's implications there.
It's kind of like the multiple Stan Lee cameos, and then people were wondering, like, oh, during the snap, I want to know how many Stan Lees went out.
Yeah, it's kind of like, are they? And then, of course, the question of, is this supposed to be the same Brandon that we see in the main comic, or is it just like, just a cameo appearance.
Just a
And the
dude.
answer is probably we didn't think about it that hard.
Yeah, it's like don't worry about it. It's not that there's not much behind it.
Yeah.
Whoa, okay. Hold on. There's gotta be something. That panned too quickly. Okay, let's see.
It painted really. My God, the teeth.
All right, the big
You
snowball.
you can't really even see it, but this kid on the far right's
Yeah.
teeth.
Look at those
Like a
teeth.
nutcracker.
Oh, I think
Or
it's
you can
supposed to
see
be.
someone with a giant snowball about to clock someone.
I think this is supposed to be like a scarf. For a second, it looks like his mouth is like gaping open, like ah.
Yeah, I think you can like see the top of his teeth, and then below it is a scarf.
Yeah.
And then above him, there's someone with a snowball the size of like a boulder chasing after someone about to take him down with it.
Yeah.
Don't see it. I think that's Sylvia getting a snowball thrown at her by Sydney. I think that might be Sydney.
Oh, like human form, Sydney.
Yeah. I think that's Sylvia getting hit with a snowball from. I think I'm pretty sure that's Sydney.
You think we're gonna do like a I always wanted to make this video. I'm not sure if I'm gonna make it. You want to do like an Erma timeline to see where these all roughly take place in?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind. And there's Miko, obviously, and there's Terry about to hit Miko with a snowball.
Miko. Oh, I got pelted. Oh.
And there's.
Oh no, she is in rat form. Okay.
Well, she's in rat form in this shot, but the question is, and I don't know. I mean, the kid in the previous shot was wearing a striped shirt similarly, but might not mean anything. I feel like the first and third kids in line are supposed to be a reference to someone.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure who, and I'm not sure how I missed this the first time. That's literally Santa.
Yeah, literally.
That is,
This universe
that's
is Santa. Yeah.
That's the Erma versus Santa. He's going to pick up the mail in person.
It's literally like Red. What was that movie called? Red 1 or whatever, where he's just always
Red
there.
1. Yeah, I didn't see Red 1, but the idea of it made me laugh.
I gotta say, like, it was surprisingly a lot of fun. I heard like people clowned on it absolutely, and I don't know why. Probably because it was a big celebrity movie or whatever. But I actually had a lot of fun with it.
Yeah. Lots of, I think Amy Snowman kind of looks like Winnie the Pooh, but I'm not sure.
It kind of does look like Winnie
Kind
the Pooh. Hold on, don't mute it.
And Irma's Snowman is clearly Krampus,
Yep,
kidnapping children,
that's dark.
decorating the tree. Being able to levitate would definitely make decorating the tree easier.
I mean, hey, you ever need something off the top shelf? They've probably said that to her multiple times. Like, Erma does come in handy. I mean, you ever need that jar off the top shelf? Okay, no. I got my
Okay,
frisbee
so-
on top of the roof. Can you help me with that? No.
Okay, so what is the snowman box on the chimney, on top of the mantelpiece? Because I would think it was a card, but it's like it's folded the wrong way.
I think it's supposed to be a card. Or maybe it's the snowman from that Courage the Cowardly Dog episode. It's not that.
I don't know. It's just throwing me off because, like, you can see there's a tree card on the other side, and I don't know. It's just like it's like it's in reverse. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. It's just like
It does look like a box, yeah.
yeah. Anyway, reading the story of Krampus on Christmas. How festive.
Yep. Gotta get rid of those cramps.
But Tish.
I don't know. I probably could have come up with a better one. I'll come up with a better one in post. I'll re-record it. No. Anyway, that's cute.
No one,
It's just a
no
feel-good
one will ever know.
And hey,
And then we
snow.
get a
Oh wait, you're not gonna
special
stand on the
winter
roof and get covered in snow whispers? Come on.
He wasn't there on Halloween either.
Yeah.
Terry's been introduced, so now he's there. Frozen. Amy and Felicia now. So it's 2 additions. Oh, and there goes Santa. And now Erma has her winter outfit, where her hands do not stick out, oddly enough.
Okay, I don't think we'll be able to see the next shadow thing. Oh, there still is there!
It's even worse now because now it looks like she has no neck whatsoever.
It's always there, watching us. Brandon, I swear, if you ever see this, which if he actually does, I'll be shocked. Fix this! Fix the neck shadow!
You know, during the New Year's giveaway thing, I brought up that we did. I mentioned in the chat that we did a read along of the Japan arc, and Gator said to email the link to him, so I did, and I never heard anything
Oh my
back.
god.
So
If he actually,
figure out what you will.
if he actually watched that, I'll be shocked. But anyway, yeah. So it fixed like the origin point, like the little line. Because look, she moves a little. Fix this. This is inexcusable for your animation, your free animation you're giving to us. Do it. Do it. Do it. Okay.
No, it's such a such a small nitpick, but it bothers me every time I see it.
Yeah, just look away. Honestly, like this was more anime than I thought it was originally. I thought it was a lot more panel-y. But dang, yeah, these are good. I'm loving them.
Yeah, they're all very good.
Hello there.
Hello.
So I have a confession to all of you. I have not actually seen this part yet, so this is going in fresh.
Delightful voice acting in this. Let's try not to talk over it.
Yeah.
Brutus Pizza, where we cut our competitors in half. Pickup or delivery?
Delivery.
Address?
7854 West Donner Street.
Okay, what can I get for you?
I like a large thin crust pepperoni pizza and a large order of pickle fries.
Would you like extra pickle sauce with that?
Yes, please.
Any drinks?
No, just a pizza and pickle fries.
It bothers me more than it should that Amy at the start was coloring in Sonic with a pink marker. Like they just put the wrong, like they made it the wrong color, and it just bothers me.
How could you? Oh my god.
You may remember this comic from last year, I think, sometime last year. Someone's, what are pickle fries? Do I want them? Probably not. Oh, and if you pay close attention, Irma's drawing the Five Nights at Freddy's. Drew Bonnie, Afton, Chica, and Foxy, I think. One she didn't draw. I think it was Bonnie.
Oh, this must be a new guy. He's in for a treat.
And now we know what Irma's address is. Dude, you don't need to ring the doorbell that many times. You ring it once.
Once or twice.
Common courtesy, man. You think people would learn at some point?
Or this place would have been banned. The do not serve list.
Yep. Well, good luck sleeping tonight.
Why do I live in this town?
An excellent question.
We ripped them off.
There was people addressing that. People made a point about that. And it was like, no, they paid before they ordered.
Oh, they did? Oh my god, manners! Anyway, they paid through card, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Today's fun little note, because there's always a new character added. This is the short that introduces Felicia, and therefore Felicia is now in the credits. However, because this short was supposed to be out before the Christmas one, Felicia's in the credits for that one.
Huh.
And no, they still haven't fixed Irma's neck.
I was about to bring that up. Thanks, Bertie.
Rocky, no, please.
Yeah, special thanks. They all did a good job.
So there's, and I get the Donner, the Erma lives on Donner Street. I got that reference. I think the name of the pizza place was also a reference to something, but I didn't catch what it was.
I think it was
And
too.
now, of course, we also have to get in this Night Detective short that we totally forgot about because there's not a lot to it.
Don't worry, we'll give it its time of the sun or time of the night. I don't know. I can't make a good pun.
His name is now Alfred. I have declared it.
Alfred. I remember when you know who kept calling him Loomis.
Yeah, I mean, he's supposed to look like Loomis. That was the intent.
In an unprecedented event, a colossal creature, estimated
Listening to
be
some
the size of a
tunes.
small mountain, has
Yep,
been reported
flipping through the radio stations,
throughout the Black
looking
Forest.
for
The creature
anything
is
out of the
described
ordinary.
as a giant
Oh, and then there's that thing.
mud towering over the tallest trees in the forest with glowing white eyes.
How do you miss it? It's bigger than a skyscraper. It's like, don't question it.
The complete story tonight at 10.
Actually, I think he's listening to a report on that thing. He's listening to a report about something spotted in the mountains.
Yeah.
That would be Gator's grandfather, I believe. Or was it Brandon's grandfather? It was someone's grandfather.
Rest in peace. You always notice there's not a ton that happens with this guy, though. It's fairly my God, why can I not talk? It's fairly atmospheric, I would say.
Yeah, and I think that's part of that is, the guy, I cannot pronounce his name for the life of me. Guy's art style is very kind of. It reminds me of Watchmen, I guess.
Yeah.
It reminds me of that specific character, Rorschach, whatever, however you say that. The kind of ink blot looking guy. The guy's like white with black. Kind of reminds me of that sort of a very. I don't know. I'm sorry, I can't word.
I get what you mean. That kind of like. So I'm tired. I just woke up and I lost all my energy from the previous times we watched the videos, because this is all one recording. We didn't just make it like.
We didn't have to dedicate 15-20 minutes a week after recording the last one, because it turned out there would be a short that week. That would just be ridiculous. What were the odds of that? It would just be absurd, implausible. No studio would buy it. I remember there was supposed to be another one before the Christmas one, but I think they just ended up not having the time. So they moved up the Christmas one to get that done in time for Christmas, and they just pushed the next one to the second season.
Yeah. Also, I love that they did the coloring out here. Special thanks to all of you for the love and support. Aww.
I was thinking to myself, okay, do the colored letters spell anything? And the answer is no.
Here, let's find out. Let's look at it. It doesn't, damn.
That would have been funny, but no. Probably a little too much thought there.
That would be funny if it did. Tank, yeah, that's a word. Oh my God. Tack, yeah.
Tack and the power of juju. Have a happy new year.
Thank you. But anyway, that was good. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was. They're all. I haven't watched them since they first came out, so it's it's fun to see them again.
Yeah. So hey, this was nice. A nice little, just a fun little video right here. 53 minutes. Oh my God, oh God.
Well, some of that's gonna be the first several minutes where we talk that we're gonna be cutting out because we didn't said things we shouldn't have said, and it was bad. Wasn't a good introduction or something. I don't know.
Well,
I just kind of roll with it.
I'll deal with it. But anyway, do you have any final thoughts before we end off?
I really wish Harvest would come out soon. But actually relating to the animations, I mean, apart from the neck, nitpick. Honestly, I think they're all fun. I know Irma's never going to say anything in the short. You know, that's obvious. I think we've all come to accept that at this point. I do hope there's more voice acting in the later ones, even if it's not a lot. I just kind of want to have an idea of what the characters sound like. Just, yeah, it's a personal thing.
Yeah, but my one kind of gripe I had with the series is that, like, I get it. It's a feel-good series. There's always a lot of fun, cute moments. But I think it's been going on a bit too long. IMO, though, would kind of like to see at least a little bit more, I guess, events and... I don't like saying conflict, but I guess something going on in that nature. Again, I don't want to be critical or anything like that, though, but I don't know. It does kind of give, like, a bit of the same flavor a lot, though. You know,
Yeah,
again,
the shorts are all very slice of life, as it were, and there isn't really a whole lot. I feel like there isn't much they could do to make like a more event-based animation, because it would have to be a fair bit longer.
Yeah, it would have to be more involved, because, like Irma's struggles during Halloween, Irma's struggles meeting up with Emily, some kind of, like, again, conflict's probably not a great way to describe it, but some kind of, like, something she has to, like, handle. Like, it doesn't just all work out perfectly.
They could even just animate the few Wallace strips they did before he actually became, like, a threat. Make that an animation.
Yeah.
They could do animations of, like, I was gonna say, like, some of, like, they could do animations based off of some of the paid content, although I think that would kind of purpose, although they've already done that, so at this point. The one where Erma flags down, like, the monster bus to get a shortcut to school, I mean, that'd be a fun thing to see animated.
Yeah.
But yeah, like any sort of like conflict, or not even conflict, but like event that isn't like just sort of like slice of life would be, I think, a lot larger of an undertaking.
Yeah.
And I think that's probably why they stick to slice of life.
Yeah, but...
And also because the Japan arc was so heavy that, want to kind of lighten stuff up for a while. And I think that sort of relates to a overall, not issue, but maybe like drawback, that because of the backlog, because of how long it takes to do these things and how long stuff has been in development, it feels like it's been a lot longer since we saw stuff than maybe it actually.
Yeah, and I don't say this dismissively, like, at all, but a lot of, like, what we have now is very sugary fluff-esque. Again, there's nothing wrong with that, but it's just,
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with, like, I mean, honestly, after how heavy the Japan arc was, I am fine with slice of life fluff. But the main comic has been on hiatus for a year and a half.
Yeah.
And, and so it feels like all we've gotten since then is fluff, because it has, but because it's been so long since the main comic was going, it feels more overwhelmingly fluff, I would say.
Yeah, but I think that's going to change eventually. I don't think we got to wait too much longer.
Yeah. I think, they're taking on more people. It's becoming Outcast Studios is becoming a larger enterprise. They're hiring more people. I think Brandon's delegating more work so that, he can get more stuff done. Or more stuff can get done. Like, he doesn't do the inking very much anymore. He generally has another member of the team do it. He just does the pencils.
Yeah.
I don't, I mean, the game's been in development for a long time. I mean, The Harvest was originally, from what I remember, planned to come out October of 2022, and it's still not out yet. And it's just, I mean, they kept adding stuff. Some of it good, some of it, but it's like, it was supposedly pretty close to being finished then. So, like, I think I don't even know. I don't want to be critical. I don't want to make all I can go with is what I see and what they say on the occasional stream. And stuff does take a while.
Yeah.
That's not a criticism. It's just a statement. Takes a while.
Exactly. But we'll have to wait and see, though. Stuff is always happening. Stuff is always changing.
Yeah, I mean, there's always stuff going on behind the scenes that they either can't or won't tell us about because they don't want to spoil the surprise, or because they don't know how it's going to go. Like, you don't want to promise something and then not be able to fulfill that promise.
Exactly. But we'll see what comes up, so... Anyway, that's gonna do it for this recording. We're creeping up onto an hour, so...
Yeah.
Anyway, you guys take it easy. See you in the next video. I'm gonna do an Erma tier list ranking at some point, a much more involved one.
I think you know what I'm thinking. Are you pondering what I'm pondering?
I don't know. What are you pondering? I don't know. What am I pondering? I don't know. Okay, no.
I don't know. That's why I asked you.
All right. Take it easy, everyone.
Yeah. Be good. Carry on. Be excellent to each other. Buy Irma merch, but don't get in my way.
See you later.
Peace out.